Hey folks, Mr. Modern Survival here. Gonna be doing a little demonstration video on sort of a different kind of prep that a lot of folks don't think about, and I didn't think about until last weekend. I was able to spend some time with Southern Prepper 1 and Engineer 775, Mr. Mad Mick 15, and a whole bunch of other really knowledgeable fellows down at Practical Preppers LLC. And David actually mentioned this. And I had not, this is something that I had not thought about as far as communications. And of course, when we think communications, we think radios, and we think walkie-talkies and that sort of thing, but we don't always think signal flares or things of that nature. And so that's what I want to look at today on this video and show you a little something that I was able to cook up along with the help of a great idea from Southern Prepper 1. I sort of adapted it and made it my own. Just a little bit different than what he had going there. So I hope you like it. Let me get through the disclaimer first. Because of the potentially hazardous nature of this build, let me say that this is, first of all, video is for entertainment purposes only. In no way could this video ever be considered as a instructional video. This is not an instructional video. This is not a how-to video. This is for entertainment purposes. I'm showing you what I did. If you do it and it blows up on you, that's your problem. It's not my fault. I did not tell you to do this. In fact, I'm telling you right now, I do not recommend anybody anywhere to do what I've done here. Let me also say that I've done absolutely nothing illegal. This is not any kind of an improvised explosive device or anything like that for all you BATF guys out there that may be watching. This is just, you know, well, you'll see. It's a firecracker. It's an overgrown firecracker is basically all it is. But very handy, I think, in a WROL situation when maybe communications are limited to only a few people, and you really want to get a signal to a large group of people, such as a community or a maybe even a small town, depending on the visibility of the launch location of this particular device. This is more or less an overgrown flare gun. And let me show you what we've got here. Just for, first of all, by way of ingredients. Ingredient number 1 is a piece of 2-inch PVC and just run-of-the-mill plumbing pipe. Nothing, you know, Schedule 40. Nothing real robust. Although it is pretty thick on the inside. If you around the diameter. I mean, this is pretty thick stuff. So this is tough stuff right here. We've not got anything real flimsy here, and that's important for what we're going to be doing with it. We have got a female adapter that glues on here. Will glue onto the end of the PVC, and on this side, as you can see, it's threaded on the inside. So it's a female adapter. Over here, we have a seal-off, a screw cap seal-off that will actually screw down inside of this female adapter, like so. Magic, huh? Very simple, but it's going to be very effective when it's all put together. We've got some zip ties. We've got a run-of-the-mill cabinet handle. All this is just a cabinet handle. Now I've got 2 holes in on each end of this. That's going to be important because the zip ties are going to be running through that. I also have, by way of tools, all I have is a cordless drill with a 3/8 inch bit, just standard wood bit, any of that to drill into the PVC with, and I have a hacksaw. I've had that hacksaw. I could not tell you how many years I've had that. I bet I've had that hacksaw for 20 years. And so there's the hacksaw. I also have some funky textured paint here, and I'll show you the finished product, and you'll understand why that I did this. Because, you know, obviously the PVC is white, and it's going to stand out, and it's going to look ugly. And I don't want it to look ugly. I want it to look tactical, right? Everything's got to look tactical with us, and so it's got to look cool. All right. So basically, what we've got here, it's going to be a handheld device that will launch the 4th of July type mortars. If any of you live in firecracker or not firecracker, but firework friendly states, such as South Carolina and Tennessee, then you understand that you can go to your local fireworks store and you can buy stuff that goes way up in the air and explodes and goes boom and makes you know red sparkles, blue sparkles, whatever kind of sparkles, whatever color that you purchase. Well, well, I was down with Southern Prepper 1 a while back, and he was talking about, hey, this, that'd make a great way to signal the folks in your community who are not on board with your communication system. Of course, if there are members of your family or members in your retreat, and you're all going to be on the same comm system, you're going to be on channel whatever, and so you're going to be able to communicate back and forth with whatever radio system you have, whether it be ham or two-way or shortwave, whatever. But, we're thinking about maybe the other folks in the community who maybe have not been so friendly towards you as a nutty survivalist prepper sort. But at the same time, if you have a gang of marauders or, motorcycle gang or whatever, comes through, just bad people, maybe the local prison is busted loose, like, very well could happen during a WRLOL or an SHTF situation. If that takes place, then just by nature of you being a Christian, just by nature of you being a good fella, you're going to want to notify even those people who are not on board with your prepping retreat. And so a good way to do that would be a signal flare. Well, not everybody has a flare gun. Not everybody has flares. But you can go to, if you live in a firework-friendly state, let me say that, you can go to your local fireworks store. You can buy the packets of mortars which already have basically the same thing that we've got right here. It's just a plastic tube. Sometimes it's even cardboard that lets you know that the pressure is not too great for this PVC. So I don't want to see any comments on here where guys say, "Oh, it's going to explode." It's not going to explode. It doesn't blow up the cardboard tube that you buy with the pack. It's not going to explode and blow up this PVC. You can go buy the packet. It's got the tube. It's got the mortars in there. Some of them are red. Some of them are green. Some of them are blue. Some of them are white in color. You're really patriotic, red, white, and blue, that kind of thing. And you can designate a certain color to mean a certain thing, and therefore you've got an ability to aim this particular device in the direction you want it to go. You might want to make it to high ground and aim it toward, if you know that there's a more populated area toward your east, you're going to want to aim this thing up and to the east. So it's going to be more visible to the people who might be in danger, who might be in trouble. The people who might not have all the guns and ammunition and the supplies that maybe you have got. All right, so let me show you the finished product. I actually have a finished product over here. Very, very simple device. I almost forgot. I've got the, where's it at? Let me find it. Walk with me. Another wonderful high quality video from Mr. Modern Survival. I almost forgot the most important part, the trigger, the ignition. This is just a grill lighter. Wow, that's fancy, but it works. Okay, so let me show you the finished product now that I've got that out of the way. Here's the finished product, and it's not white anymore. You'll notice. Also, it's got the paint that I sprayed it with is a textured paint. It's almost a forest green color, and it's textured, so it's got a lot of rough texturing to it. It's really easy to get a hold of. Up here, I've secured my handle with zip ties for the left-hand grip. If you start to hear rain out here under the shed, then it's probably going to get loud, so don't pay attention to the rain. Pay attention to the video, please. This is high quality, people. Come on. But anyway, going on, I actually cut about a foot off of this, so it's about 4 feet, a little less than 4 feet long, up on from end to end. I've secured the handle here with zippy ties, just a regular cabinet handle. Down here, we've secured the firing mechanism, which is the grill lighter. We've secured that with zippy ties as well. We glued the female adapter on this end down here, screwed in the cap, spray painted the whole thing, and wow, that's easy. So you can actually lift it up with with your right hand here on the triggering device. You can have your left hand placed up here on the grip. Lift that up, point that in the direction that you would like it to go, and squeeze the trigger on the grill lighter, and it's going to light a fuse. Let me flip this over. It's going to light a fuse that is poking out of this hole right here, and is poked into a hole that is just providentially put right in the perfect place, right in the end, right here, of the grill lighter. How about that? It's almost like Jesus wanted it to be there, and I'm glad for that. So the fuse comes out the hole, goes over here, sticks into the end of the grill lighter. You light the fuse. Fuse burns down. Mortar goes off. You won't lose a large amount of thrust out this hole because the mortar is going to be past that very quickly. So you're not going to lose a large amount of thrust. It's going to exit the end of the barrel. It's going to go exactly where you want it to go. It's going to go boom. It's going to signal everybody. How do you get the mortar in there, Mr. Modern Survival? Glad you asked. It's a very complex process. You unscrew the cap, you stick it in there, you pull the fuse out the hole, you stick the fuse into the little hole that's in the grill lighter. So with zippy ties, PVC pipe, a cabinet handle, and a grill lighter, you've got a homemade flare gun that would be very handy in a WROL situation for signaling people who are not in your communication circle. Now I've got 15 bucks in this thing. Between the spray, now, and that's with the spray paint, and I'm going to be able to do 2 of them with the spray paint that I've got, maybe even 3. So really, I've got less than 10. I got 10 bucks in this thing. I'm going to go ahead and do another one too. Now let me mention this. I don't need 2 of these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make number 2 with this with the setup that I have here. If any of you guys are still watching this video at the course of 11 minutes and 17, 18, 19, 20 seconds, wherever we're at right now, if you're still listening to me, post a video response, tell me what you think, or leave me a comment, and also let me know if you're going to be at the Sensible Mountain Preparedness Conference May 4th and 5th at Ridgecrest Conference Center in Black Mountain. That's being put on by Carolina Readiness Supply here in Waynesville. If you're going to be there, I'm going to be speaking at the conference. Mr. Mad Mick 15 is going to be speaking. Southern Prepper 1, Engineer 775, Suits Double Alt, Skinny Medic. Going to be tons of great guys. If you're going to be there, post a comment or post a video response. Why would you do that? Because I'm going to choose a name, and I'm going to give you one of these. I'm going to go ahead and make it up, just like I made this one up, and I'm going to give it to you for free. I'm going to pick out one name out of all the names who post comments and video responses here. If you're going to be at the conference. If you live in San Diego, California, I'm not going to ship this thing to you. Why? Because it looks like a bomb. Duh. So if you live a long ways off and you're not coming to the conference this year, then forget about it. Sorry, I love you, but I'm not going to ship this thing to you. Just way too much liability involved in that. But if you're going to be at the conference, I'm going to bring it with me. I'll notify you. I'll be drawing. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll draw names the 1st of May, the first day of May, May the 1st. I'll draw the names. I'll pick a name. Whoever wins, and then if you're able to be at the conference, let me know. I'll bring it with me. I'll give it to you. I think it's a handy little tool. So not a lot of work. Took about 10 minutes to fix this thing up, and it's a homemade signaling device, homemade flare gun, if you will. As soon as we add the mortars to it, and guess what's coming up? 4th of July is coming up, so it's a good time to get some fireworks and be patriotic. Thanks for watching. This is Mr. Modern Survival. Please make plans to attend the conference May 4th and 5th, Ridgecrest Conference Center. Go to CarolinaReadiness.com if you have any questions about that, and hope to see you there. Mr. Modern Survival, out.